Hi everybody, this is a video of the Fitzgerald 6-foot fluorescent strip light with a Cool Daylight T8 fluorescent tube. As you can see, I thought I'd do a video of the Fitzgerald strip light with a Cool Daylight T8 fluorescent tube at 6 foot. And as you can see, it's got that very clear out etch on it, and that's all you can see. And as you can see on it, it says Fusion EDF 70 watt / 865 Kelvin, and that's all it is. It says Fusion lamps, and as you can see on it, it says www.fusionlamps.co.uk, made in Germany, UKCA, with a crossed out bin on it with the CE. And I thought to do a video of this with a Cool Daylight fluorescent tube, and it's a T8 one, but I'd love to wish it were a T12 one. But and as you can see on it, it says Fusion, and I got this. Yeah, I think I got this off eBay. I can't actually remember where I got it from. But anyway, let's turn on the socket now. I'll be ready to fire up in 1 second or two once I've switched out this this big lamp, the big lights now. So right, that's it now. The big lights have gone out now. So on to the 6-foot fluorescent strip light with the Daylight T8 fluorescent tube. Everybody, ready? Everybody, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow! And as you can see, it does shine very nice daylight, but it has come on quite dim though. But the very middle part's gone very dim, but the ends of it are getting brighter. But the very middle part, you can't really, well, you can vaguely see it on camera. You can actually see it when I hold it close up. But look at the very ends on it. The very ends are getting really brighter. But it does. But I thought I'd do a 6-foot one in daylight, and which I'm doing now. And it has blinked happy, I must admit. And see all the electrodes light up inside. And that's the same fitting I've done in the last video. And that's the first one with the T12 tube. That was a regular white one. Would you recognise the same MK switch on it with the thinner tooth on it? And it's a very nice made MK switch. It's like being made from 70s, 80s and 90s. This beautiful grid switch. It's got like circular corners. And I decided to fit this with a nice grid switch. And it's made by MK. It stands for multi-contact and what have you. But all it looks like, you can see the very middle part look very dim on the camera as well as you see it from your eyes. But it does take a little while to fully warm up though. But it will brighten up immediately, guys. But as you can see now, it's just getting lit brighter and brighter. Yeah, and look at the very end, that's getting quite brighter as well. Let's go to the other end whilst we wait for this lamp to get to its full brightness. And it has certainly blinked happy. And yeah, it's a very nice clean fit. It's like it's a nice clean fit. It's like it's been bought recently, but it's bought from last 3 decades. But like next year, it'll be its 30th when we get to next year. So as you can see light through that extensive hole ring, and that's what you can see. You see the light coming through it, but that's from the fluorescent tube, guys. So so all I'm going to do now is sit back in my usual spot. Let me just sit back down now, so as you can see. Anyway, guys, and when you look at it, it does look very 6-foot. I think it reminds me more like an 8-foot one when you look at it, when it looks that long. But an 8-foot one is twice as long as this one because it's 2 feet longer than the 6-foot. But when you look at this one, it's got like, I've got 4 of those Fitzgerald ones with T12 holders on it now. So got 4 of those little tips, and it looks like the middle part's getting more brighter now. When it usually starts getting bright from the electrodes, and when it heats up, and it's and as you can see that starter at the very end of it. I know, and I'm sorry about that little Fitzgerald symbol sticker came off. That's because I bathed it in Star Drops. And I don't understand why they do put Fitzgerald with an England flag symbol on it. It makes it look more, stands out better because it's made in Great Britain and it's called Fitzgerald Light Ring. And that's what Fitzgerald Light Ring, that's what it says. So fusion lamps. So I think I got this off. Yeah, I think it was eBay. I think I remember now, but I can vaguely remember. It's a 70 watt one at 865 Kelvin at fusionlamps.com. So let's look up all around my room and everything. Oh yeah, it does shine a bit more cool daylight, and that's all it is. I think daylight ones become more efficient now, especially at T12, well, not T12, T8, sorry. I remember I used to see T12 fluorescent tubes in cool daylight years ago, and I miss those things. They shine a bit more like bluish white than this, and that's all they do. And So and as you can see, and it's shining very more nice and brighter on the camera, and it's lit my carpet a nice cool daylight colour, and that's all it is. And it's lit up all around my room, nice at 6 foot. I don't know what the equivalent is from 70 watts throughout this strip light, guys. I just don't know. But anyway, I was glad to save that fitting, because once I clean that fitting up, it looks like it's very nice and clean, more in perfect nick. And you also have like a diffuser over it, like I said in the last video when I was videoing this tube, this lamp actually. But anyway, as you can see now that it's like it's reached its full brightness at 70 watts, warm and bright and everything, guys. And all I'm going to do now is switch off this strip light now. So, right, that's it now. The strip light's gone out now, and as you it does show to glow a bit of a blue colour when I turn it off. But anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is switch this strip light back on now, guys. Here we go. Wow, and as you can see, you did see the orange electrodes light up, but it's certainly like it blinks happy. It does make a bit of a loud blinging noise, but you can't. I don't know if you can actually hear it humming or not, but it used to have those end caps on it, but I didn't bother to take those end caps with me. I just prefer to have it as it is, like all naked. God, strip lights like this are taking me back memories, yeah, because it reminded me of that farm place where I used to stay at years ago. And that's what strip lights in this make remind me of. It's like made from the very when Fitzgerald existed. Fitzgerald throughout 80s and 90s used to make them in with T12 holders on before they started making more of them in T8. Like coming into the mid 90s and early mid and late noughties, they make ones with the thinner T8 holders on. But I prefer the ones with the T12 clips on, those end caps on, like that this one has. And it's got that cable at the side of it, but I decided to tuck it under, just right there, put it right out so it'll stabilise that strip light. Because if I pull it out, it'll tilt, and that's what it does, guys. And that's all it does. So, anyway, guys, so as you can see now, the Fitzgerald 6 foot fluorescent strip light, it's reached its full brightness in cool daylight at 70 watts, warm and bright at 865 Kelvin and what have you, guys. So, anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is switch out this strip light now. So, right, that's it. Oh, it went green when I turned it off. So, anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is switch this light back on. Right, that's it now, guys. The big lights are back on now, everybody. So anyway, guys, this is a video of the Fitzgerald 6 foot fluorescent strip light with a cool daylight T8 fluorescent tube and everything, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody.